All right. Good morning, everybody. Today is the September 27th, 2023 managers meeting. And today we have the honor of hosting Letitia Hanke from ARS Roofing. And she is also and has been for a number of years a foundation sponsor. And today she's going to give us a presentation on her company and the Lime Foundation and anything else that she wants to talk about. I think her presentation is about 20 minutes, and then there will be a Q&A after that, and we'll wrap up at about 11:30. At which point our Jesse Ben Willis will join us. So Letitia, welcome. Thank you for joining us today, and the floor is yours.
Hi, thank you. I'm happy to be back. Thank you very much, Paul, and everyone. And kudos to Dean for helping me with Google Meets today, because I was struggling on trying to figure that one out. So I'm going to go ahead and present my screen. Yes, I'm going to take over from Paul. Come on, I know I got this. Did it come up? Oh, I hope it did. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, and it came up.
Woo!
You're good to go.
All right. So thank you guys again. I'm very happy to be here. I'm going to tell you just a little bit about my company, but my main goal today is to start preparing you guys for another pretty harsh winter that's coming up. And I thought I would give you guys some tips. That way you can go back to even the contractors that you're working with now and just make sure that some of these tips hopefully get handled before the season comes up. So that's my main goal today. So I am going to first start off a little bit about my company. For those that are not familiar with ARS Roofing and Gutters, we are fully licensed, bonded, and insured. So I'm licensed for roofing, gutters, and also painting and waterproofing. Those are my 3 licenses that I hold. I am bonded, like I said, fully insured, and I do have all the additional insurance to do any kind of multi-unit condo work as well. We're authorized installers, meaning all of my crews are certified with the manufacturers. So that gives you much better warranties, lifetime warranties for most of the products that we install, and workmanship warranties directly from the manufacturers. So that way, if I retire from roofing one day, you guys will still have a full warranty. Oh, I hear some feedback. We service mainly Sonoma, Marin, and Napa counties. Those are our main areas that we service. We do have projects going on even right now in San Francisco, and we do some large projects in the Bay Area, but my core area really is Sonoma and Marin counties. And then we also are commercial contractors, so we do residential and commercial. So that's just a little bit about us. What do we specialize in? There's 3 main categories I feel like I could put my company in. 1, emergency repairs is number 1. In the winter time, we're busy all winter long with emergency repairs, roof leaks that people call because we're 24/7. So people can call us to come out and actually fix roof leaks for people, whether it's the weekend, nighttime, holidays, we're there. We do a lot of roof maintenance, because I really truly believe that if a lot of owners and even associations knew, if they just simply did their roof maintenance, they could get the most out of their roofs. They wouldn't have to be replacing them so often, and they wouldn't have leaks and interior issues if they just simply did a roof maintenance program. And then lastly, we do re-roof and gutters. So we do specialize in all of the replacement aspects of it as well. So I wanted to first talk a little bit about emergency repairs, because rains are coming up. Even this weekend, they're talking about some. So what are some of the things that cause leaks? I wanted to go over some of the main ones that we find, especially during that very, very first rain that comes in, the heavy, heavy rain that comes in, usually the month of October. On a composition or a tile roof, you're going to see a lot of debris. So November, December, all the leaves are falling. If you have associations that have a lot of tree and foliage around, those trees are all dumping on top of the roof. Most of the leaks that we get during that first heavy rain are will be from debris that's stuck in valleys, and the water can't flow. So water will flow sideways. It'll go up underneath the shingles, up underneath the tile. And with a tile roof over here, over to the right, a lot of times that debris will get stuck underneath the tile. So you actually have to remove the tile to get that debris. What we find is a lot of companies, like painting companies and such, they're like, oh yes, we'll do your gutter cleanings for the season, but they don't clean the debris off the roof. And that is just as important. So these are main culprits of roof leaks. And then pipe flashings. This is part of the maintenance that I was telling you about. Over to the left, you'll see a regular, like a standard pipe flashing for your bathroom. They deteriorate over time. So a lot of people just kind of set it and forget it and leave it there, but you really need to make sure that you're keeping up on sealing of your pipe flashings. Caulking doesn't last forever. And then also they start rusting out, especially if they weren't painted. So that's also part of the maintenance. And then debris in the gutters. We see this all the time, especially during the first rain. There's so much debris in the gutters and the downspouts. They haven't cleaned them out yet. And they're like, oh my gosh, my roof is leaking, but it's not the roof. It's just that the gutters were clogged and water was backing up into the roof. So these are items that you want to consider taking care of. Flat roofs, if you have any associations that have flat roofs, oh my goodness. Getting debris off a flat roof, keeping the drains clean, that is so important to do, because once those drains are clogged up, they can cause some major leak damage, because water will back up like a swimming pool on, and I'll show you a picture of that in just a moment. So you want to make sure that you're doing, taking care of this maintenance item, because of major leaks that could happen. And here are some of the reasons why you'll see a lot of leakage as well with flat roofs: poor workmanship, a lot of ponding water sitting on the roof, deteriorated seams, and debris and such, and clogged drains. Also, the membrane itself starts to deteriorate over time. So flat roofs are really important to make sure that you're getting inspected on a regular basis. If you have any associations that you're dealing with that have metal roofs on them, there's several things that you also find in metal roofs that cause leaks. The seams start coming apart over time. The screws start coming out. Those are all maintenance items. Metal roofing has a 45-year warranty, but it's only against rust through. So that means that it's not going to rust in those 45 years. But what will still happen is the screws will loosen and the seams will start to come apart. So you have to make sure you're still doing your maintenance on those items. And then lastly, nextly, I'd like to talk about maintenance, like I was mentioning earlier, and why the maintenance is important. And it's important for you to talk to your HOAs about just getting on a plan, a regular plan for it. Here's a project that we were on for a regular client, and we did the roof about 6 years ago. And every year we offer the maintenance program that we normally do. He's like, oh no, everything's fine, everything's fine. So last winter, this last one, he gave us a call and said, I think I have a little leak. And my crew went out to this little leak that he was having and found an Amazon forest growing on his roof. And it's hard to see in this picture, but the water was like up to their shins. And you have to realize, when you get that much water, it gets really heavy. And there was a huge possibility that this roof, if it kept springing that leak that it had, it would have easily caved in and caused even more damage. So it took 6.5 hours to, cut down the trees and then remove the trees very carefully, because if you just yank them out by the roots, they'll damage the membrane even more. We have to get all the water off first. So this is the type of thing that, when you're talking to your owners about maintenance, this is why they want to do it, because all the little overlying trees are dropping seeds on that roof and growing an Amazon forest. Tile roofs, if you have any association with tile, oh my goodness, tile is one of those things where, you really have to make sure you're looking at it on a regular basis, because, there are pine cones that fall and break a tile, animals that like to nest and do their little things. And these are things that could cause some really major roof leaks if they're not fixed, even just a little crack in a piece of tile. So making sure that you're inspecting your tile, making sure that there aren't any tile that are broken or cracked, is also a really good part of maintenance. And that's just an ongoing thing with tile roofs. You're going to always have to do maintenance on tile. And a lot of people don't know that, but it is a regular thing that you're going to have to do. So, if you do have an association like this, just start preparing your homeowners for that. And then on composition roofs, you don't have to be a roofer to be able to know if a comp roof needs to be replaced. Even if you're walking on the ground and you're walking one of your associations and you see like something up here, in the top corner, go back. This top corner here, you see shingles that are sliding out of place. If you see something like that, you know that this roof is going to need some TLC. Down the bottom right, you see shingles that are kind of buckling a little bit. or granule loss. You shouldn't be seeing all the shiny stuff over there to the left. That is fiberglass. And once it starts doing that, that's when you know that the roof is needing to be replaced or repaired. So these are things that you could look out for. There's also a lot of cracks over here in the shingles over to the left. Sometimes it's hard to see it, but those are things you can actually see just even from the ground. And once you start seeing those things, you're going to want to get the roof inspected and attempt to do some maintenance to help prolong the life. Even just sealing up these cracks can give you some more lifetime. And then the gutters and downspouts. I showed you pictures earlier of all the gutters that are rotted through. A lot of times they rot out because people don't clean the gutters. They let the debris sit inside the gutters. And then with all that water all year round, year after year, it starts to rot the gutters out and you start having rust and holes. And that is a big cause of leaks as well. A lot of people don't think your gutter system is just as important as the roof. It absolutely is. So your association being on a clear gutter cleaning schedule every year will be ideal for them to help them not have any potential major leaks. And then 5 quick maintenance tips. Like I said before, I'm just summarizing: cleaning debris out of the roof. If you've got an association that has a lot of trees and foliage around, you're going to want to consider doing it twice a year instead of just once a year, because you'll do your cleaning maybe November before the really heavy rains, but then the leaves are still falling a lot of times through December. So you'll want to do it again probably around January or so. And then trim your overhanging trees. That's going to help tremendously. If you've got trees that overhang, get those trimmed back as far back as you can, and that will help to not keep your gutters clogged up all year round. Limit the foot traffic on your roof. You know, sometimes, you know, if you have a lot of people going up on the roof and doing different things, that will, especially your homeowners, you know, I don't know if you have some roofs that have like a walking area, but we have associations where people go up there, put their chairs and have their parties up on the roof. No parties on the roof. That's going to start deteriorating your roof faster than you know. So limit the foot traffic. Schedule regular inspections. You know, annual inspections will, especially if the roofs are over 5 years old, because you'll catch a lot of these things ahead of time and not have to worry about the interior damages that take place from these kind of leaks. And then choose the right roofing products. And I wanted to kind of go over some of the roofing products that I recommend. I've been in the industry now for 27 years. And so you have to imagine I've used a lot of products in those years, and I've stuck with the same products that have been problem-free. They stick by their warranties and they're great to work with and they look beautiful. Let me just start with that. So I am a gutter contractor, so we do all seamless gutters. So they're steel seamless gutters, 26 gauge. They come with a lifetime warranty and they're all pre-painted, meaning they come in every color you can imagine. So every gutter that I install has that type of warranty. There are gutters that you can go get at Home Depot or at other places. They only come with like a 10-year warranty, and then they have a seam. And that's where you'll start seeing a lot of leakage, is where the seams are. So we do gutters. And then we do gutter screens. So if you, again, have an association with a lot of tree foliage, gutter screens can save them so much money, because the screen that we install, which is called a Leaf Blaster Pro, has a 40-year warranty. So that means you're not going to have the gutters cleaned out every year. Sometimes you'll need to have them blown, but there are times where a landscaper can just use their blower and just blow the leaves right on the top, or the regular wind will do it. But the money that your association can save can be tremendous. And also they're fire rated as well. So if you have any associated in associations in fire danger areas, these screens can really help with that as well. We do a product called IB Roof Systems, which is single ply. So if you're used to flat roofing, you're going to hear a lot of like tar and gravel, APP, cap sheet, and single ply TPO. We do IB Roof Systems, which is similar to TPO, but it's a PVC membrane. I call it, I hate saying the Cadillac because it makes me so old, but it is. It's the Cadillac of the roofing system. On residential, it comes with a lifetime roof, and on commercial, it comes up to 25 years with a workmanship warranty directly from the manufacturer. I've been using this product for 27 years, and I can hands down say it is one of the best problem-free products that you can install on flat roofs. Does it cost a little bit more? Yes, but when you think of longevity, it's worth every penny to pay that little extra for having a problem-free roof. Couple other roofing systems, metal roofing. You know, metal roofing is very expensive, so you may not have a whole bunch of associations with metal roofing. But when you do, just know that it is a good product. It is a cool roof as well. And fire danger wise, it's one of the top type systems that you can install as well. So we do that roofing as well. I have a full sheet metal license. And then composition is what you're going to see the most, and that's what we do the most. We use the GAF product. We also use CertainTeed as well. But the great thing about GAF is that they give you up to a 25-year workmanship warranty directly from them because we're certified. So that means that, like, again, if I decide to retire from roofing one day, which I will one day, your association will have a full warranty and is transferable from owner to owner. So if new owners come on, they also will have the warranty as well. So those are the main products that I install. And lastly, I just want to go through really quickly what sets us apart from other contractors, because I know there's a lot of contractors that you guys can use. So I did talk a little bit about longevity. I've been in the industry now 27 years. I've been the CEO of my company for 19 years. And I truly love what I do and plan to be here for a long, long time. Products that I install, like I mentioned earlier, are some of the top of the line products on the market. And it's just because I truly care and I want your clients to not have to think about their roofs anymore. That's really my whole goal. I would rather lose out on a job because I, bid a product that costs more than another, rather than, go to a product that's cheap. I won't do that. So just know that every product that I'm presenting to you guys are products that I have seen last and do very well for associations. And then very lastly here, community is another thing that sets us apart. I know some of you had a chance to come to my gala that took place about a week or so ago for my nonprofit, which is called the Lime Foundation. And I saw the need early on that young people don't have options. They go to college, sometimes they drop out, sometimes they don't go to college, and they're just trying to figure out life. And I started a nonprofit called the Next Gen Trades Academy, and we train young people at risk to go into the construction trades. They learn about 24 different trades, and after they graduate from the program, we actually place them in jobs throughout the Bay Area. Not only throughout the Bay Area, but actually around the country. We've actually placed several students in other states as well. And the students, we have a big partnership with Sonoma Clean Power in my area, who gives us grants so all of our students can leave with tools after they graduate from the program. They get some hands-on experience in our classes. We do some welding, and I have a training center here for them as well. And then they get hired on. And I know this helps you guys in a way too, because your contractors, you're trying to get them to get work done, and what are they telling you? They're short staffed, they don't have enough staffing, they can't get it done soon enough, they're scheduled 3 to 4 months out. It's because of workforce. They're struggling with that. So a great referral for us would be contractors that you guys know they're in the Bay Area that have told you that they're looking to hire more people or they need to hire more people. We do a graduation for our students. We also have a program over in the Bahamas that we work with them as well. And it's my favorite thing. Of course, as a female in the roofing industry, I have an emphasis on getting more females in the construction. So we do an all-female class every single year. And we went on to a design build competition in Sacramento about a year ago. And we were the first all-female team there in 43 years. I'm very proud of that. And we had a really, really great time. So know that you're supporting my dream, and also supporting, when you support ARS, you're also supporting the nonprofit and helping our youth have a great career in the construction trades. So thank you guys for giving me this time. These are a couple, I just was pointing out a couple of my students here in this picture went into construction after the design build. Lily is a plumber. Maria just got into college over into New York and Long Island. She's going to school for an architect, and Emily is in construction management at the SRJC right now. So I'm very proud of that. And again, thank you guys very much for giving me this time. And if you have any specific questions, I believe I probably have about 10 more minutes. So I would love the opportunity to do that with you. So thank you again.
Before we get into questions, I just want to say that was an amazing presentation.
Thank you.
I was like the Cadillac of presentations. It was really good. Just a couple of things. For you, Letitia, we're growing in the North Bay. So we have our Novato office, soon to have our Napa office. So we do hope to build a more relationship with your company in the future.
Awesome.
Managers, you should be getting your bids for gutter cleaning now. Waiting until February is too late.
Yes.
Also, the comment about making sure that Letitia is using the top products because she doesn't want the roof to wear out. That's why we use construction managers, because they'll spec out the appropriate product, and you don't have to worry about one vendor putting in a proposal with some cheap material or the installation process not being up to snuff. Letitia, we'll add the recording of this to our training library for the managers that aren't here, future managers. It can get shared with board members. So I just wanted to let you know about that. And that's all I have. Are there any questions from the floor?
Yeah, this is Julie. I have a quick question.
Sure.
So do you really gear towards doing association-wide roofs and gutters, or will you bid and do like one-offs? If there's like one home that needs work done on a PUD, or they just need gutters done, is that something that you do, or is that not really worth the time?
No, if it's in our area, so if it's in my specific area, Sonoma, Marin, or Napa, yes. But if it's in Richmond or Piedmont, then no, it's not cost effective. But yes, absolutely. We do residential homes as well, like in between. So yeah, absolutely. One-offs are fine.
Okay, great. And I love your foundation too. That's wonderful.
Oh, thank you. I know somebody came, a few people came, but I was so busy that evening. I didn't get a chance to say hi to everybody, but I know some folks had a chance to go.
Yeah.
We had, I gave the tickets to the Nevada team. I'm sorry, the
Novato
team, not to be confused with Nevada. So it was the folks up near you.
That's who they were. Yes.
Yeah.
I saw pictures though. Any other questions?
I have a question. Hi, my name's Christine. I'm with the Brentwood team. I was wondering, every year when we do gutter cleaning, I get complaints from homeowners that they didn't know it was happening, or they were surprised to find somebody on their roof, or, the gutters came, they blew off the debris into my back patio, and now I have to clean it.
Yep.
So my questions are, do you guys help with posting notice in advance of the job? We do send out notice via email. I'm just wondering if you post any notices on the job, if you guys come out and are uniformed, and what you do to address the complaints about the debris in the patio.
So every single one of my crew members are uniformed. Matter of fact, they have bright fluorescent green ARS shirts on, so you can't miss them. Every single one of them are uniformed, so they'll know. And then we have 3 packages. So we have the economy, we have a standard, and then we have an ultimate package. So for the economy and the standard package, the HOA, you guys send out your notices yourself. So you email them or mail them, however you do. But in the ultimate package, we actually post notices, and you get a 90-day return call on that one, plus a written report of findings. So if we see gutters that are rusted or other little things that could cause damage in the future, that ultimate report includes all of that stuff on there, so you get a full thing. So we do those 3 packages, and we clean up. Oh my gosh, that is one of the things that I hear the most. They just blow all the leaves and just throw it on the ground. No, you clean up the leaves. Now I do have homeowners say, yeah, but what about these leaves over here? I'm like, no, that's for the landscaper. these are the gutter leaves. So we clean up all the gutter leaves and make sure that everything is clean. Matter of fact, if you look at my Yelp reviews, one of the things that you'll see the most is how clean we are. That we make sure that we clean up after ourselves after every job. That is the one thing that I see the most on our reviews. And I feel that's super important. And most of all, they don't want to experience the wrath of Letitia. And they don't want me showing up and seeing a messy job. So my guys are, all of my team members are just really great. And they take pride in their workmanship and making sure that it's like their homes. They always treat your home like theirs. So thanks
I love it. And then I guess my last question was, do you guys do roof maintenance program? I haven't done it in a while, but for one of our associations, we did gutter cleaning, and then we did like a 3-year maintenance program where it's kind of like a tune-up, and it was amazing. I think it saved me from countless leaks, and I'm just wondering if you guys do like a tune-up type program.
We do. It's called a winterization. And so it will depend on what kind of roof you have, because if it's a composition roof that's only a few years old, you don't need the winterization every single year. But if it's a tile roof, you're going to want to do it every year. So we customize it for the association. So we normally go out, we do an inspection to see what actual issues are happening, and then we customize it for you. But we call it our winterization program. So absolutely, we do.
I think that's essential, especially for aging roofs, having that tune-up program just to have, some of the visual lights taken care of, advance of the winter, in addition to gutter cleaning. For anyone listening, we did that at Northgate, and every year that we did that type of tune-up and gutter cleaning program, we had probably, maybe 1% of the leaks that we've had in prior years. So if anyone has an older roof, think about that tune-up in addition to the gutter cleanings. It's going to save you.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I've seen it. I mean, I know the associations that I've serviced over the years, and when they've done their maintenance program, we're not getting those ER repairs, and you get pictures with that program, so that way we can show you the things that we're finding, any deficiencies. And again, that list comes with that winterization of, here are the things that you're going to consider for the future. So it all includes that in there.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I don't want to take up any more of your time, but I appreciate it.
You betcha. I think I have time for another
Nicole.
question. Right.
Nicole, had a question?
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, I just had a quick question. Do you guys have a height requirement? I'm just thinking about an association in Novato that is about 4 stories high. So they have tucked under garages, but do you have a height requirement that would, prevent you from doing any sort of work or maintenance or providing a proposal?
It will depend on access. So if it's 4 stories high, but there's a roof access door, we're good to go. But if it's 4 stories high and the only access is by ladder, then usually over 3 stories, we need scaffolding. So it will depend on those factors. If it's easy access to it, then we're good. But anything over the 3 stories, we have a 3-story ladder that we can use and tie off. So anything like that. But once it gets to the 4th story, we have to make sure that we have scaffolding. So.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And we have a great scaffolding company that we work with, so they can easily do that for it.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Is there time for another one? It's almost time for your next speaker.
I got a comment from one of our managers who says, you're so passionate about roofing that it makes you want to change career paths. So maybe tone it down a little bit, Letitia. I'll start poaching my employees.
Funny. That is so funny you would say that. I'm really mainly passionate about people and just taking care of people and making sure that they are safe and dry. And that's really, the thing that I enjoy the most. So it's not really about roofing. It's just people. I really love taking care of my clients. So I appreciate you guys again for just having me here today. And feel free. My website is arsroofing.com. So you can go there and check things out. There's also a contact us page on there. So you can just fill that out if you have anything. And thank you again. I look forward to seeing you maybe next year.
All right. Thank you, Letitia.
Thank you guys. All right. Take care. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay.
I think we all identify as at risk. Let's go to